Hi, July 21st in Cambodia, and I'm going to point out a couple of two of my favorite Cambodian YouTubers. Suggest you get a little bit of information on Cambodian history. There's an excellent YouTube, and if you want to come to Siem Reap, I'll help you navigate and keep the cost down and see the things you want to see. And I'll show you just a couple little things. And I'll give you an example. Some of these tours. So a tour might cost $40. You could probably do it yourself for less than $15. That's just an example. I'm planning my trip to Japan for 15 days, and it includes a 12-day cruise on a celebrity ship. And what I did is I noticed on Celebrity some of the excursions in the ports of Japan and South Korea. They run about $150. They're quite expensive. There's two of us, so two people, that's $300. I can set some of these up for 10% of the cost because the ports, there are a lot of trikes available, a lot of people, and they'll be there with signs at the port. And if I set it up myself, now I don't know how much the cruise line skims off the top. I'm guessing 20%. And then the tour guide has to make some money, and Japan is expensive. Anyway, let's go through these. This is one of my favorites. Excuse me. Mahoney Travels. Just go on YouTube, watch some of his videos. What he has, 244 videos. They're very, very good. He gives you lots of insights into the culture. Now in Cambodia, it's not like the Philippines. You're not going to see a bunch of sites telling you come there and find a skinny Filipino with a baby, have her become your girlfriend and marry her. And she's 20 years old and you're 70 years old. You're not going to see a lot of that. In fact, I haven't seen any of it at all. I mean, there are some sites where they talk about the culture in Cambodia. Basically conservative. You're not going to see the unwed mothers here like you do in the Philippines. It's just not going to happen. Uh, so, kind of be aware of that. Anyway, I'd recommend him. And For Real, they're excellent. They show different apartments for rent. They show different restaurants. They've been here for 4 years. Both of them have been here about 3 or 4 years. I've been here. I'm coming up on my first year here in Siem Reap. I spent 14 months in the Philippines, not in Dumaguete, but in the Dumaguete area. Both of these are very, very good. This is a great history lesson on Cambodia. It'll give you some insights into the culture. In fact, I was talking to Nari, her mother's in the 70s, and I asked her, did your mom end up in one of those camps, labor camps, uh, when things were kind of tough back here in the mid to late 70s for about 3 years, 10 months. You have to watch the video. And she said, yes, my mother was in, excuse me, in that camp, in those camps. And Nari was born in those camps, and they got 2 meals a day. And Nari, when she was an infant, tried eating dirt. They didn't feed them very well. Anyway, they're doing okay now. But they went through a rough historical period, and well, 1975 to 1979. And you should watch this if you want a history lesson on Cambodia. It's really excellent. That's me with a hero rap. This is one of the things I would do when I came here if I were you. 45 minutes, $10. If you tuk-tuk ride, $2 each way, $14. And they let you hold a rat. Now, look at the rat. I think they woke them up. They work the rats about 3 hours a day, and they teach them how to detect mines, landmines. Still a lot of landmines here left over from wars. And the rat does not weigh enough to set off the landmine. That's why they use these rats. These are Tasmanian rats. They're big. Don't worry, they don't bite you. Get a photograph of yourself with the rat. It's kind of fun. And that's me at one of the other places you went to. Uh, I guess you'd call that a water park or some ocean park, lake park, whatever. And that's another thing. Now what you do is you crawl out in front and you come up through that thing, and then I'm horsing around and pretending like I'm trapped there. And I'm wearing the same shirt I'm wearing right now, by the way. So please subscribe, like, make comments. If you want to do a trip to Siem Reap, well, what we'll do is we'll get together on Facebook and we use Facebook Messenger. And we'll do video and I'll find out what you want. I'll try to help you figure things out. I don't have a lot of followers, so I'm not going to get a trillion people taking me up on the offer, I don't think. Now, in August, I'm off to Japan from about August 3rd to August 18th. 2 nights in Tokyo, 12-night cruise, bunch of Japanese port, South Korean port, back 1 night in Tokyo, and then back home here in Cambodia. Again, subscribe, like, make comments. Have a wonderful day.